I walked out of his hospital room, my eyes stinging, my chest hollow. His hand had been warm, but fading. His last words weren't about love, they were instructions, cold, clipped, practical. "Take care of the house," he whispered, "but don't open the study drawer." I thought it was morphine confusion. A drawer? At the edge of death? Then, as I pushed through the double doors, I heard two nurses whispering at the station. "She doesn't even know, does she?" Of course not. How do you tell someone their dad had another family? My hand froze on the door handle. My body went rigid. Another family? I drove home in silence, replaying every memory. Dad teaching me how to ride a bike. Dad clapping at my graduation. Dad swearing he worked late for us. Now each image fractured. Each smile had a shadow. At home, I went straight to the study. The drawer slid open too easily, as if he had left it waiting. Inside, deeds, bank statements, photographs. A boy. My age. My father's face staring back at me through him. My brother. Hidden. And letters, dated, deliberate, to the other woman, to the other child. "You are my real family." I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I folded the papers neatly back inside. Betrayal this deep doesn't spark chaos. It sparks calculation. For a week, I moved like a ghost, but inside, gears were turning. Dad thought he had control, even from the grave. His will had already been read to me in confidence by his lawyer, everything split fairly, meaning diluted, meaning the hidden family would take what should have been mine. I didn't rage. I planned. Step 1, information. I learned their names, addresses, habits. The son was a lawyer, the kind who bragged online about his cases. The woman ran a small boutique, all funded by Dad's overtime. Step 2, pressure. Quietly, I started to dig. Credit reports, business filings. The boutique was in debt. The son had a pending complaint with the bar. Weaknesses everywhere. Step 3, control. I reached out to Dad's lawyer. Calm, professional. I told him I'd contest the will. But not publicly, no, I wanted silence. Discretion. What I really wanted was time. The funeral came, faces blurred through tears, but not theirs. They stood across the room, strangers bold enough to wear black. My brother smirked when our eyes met, as if he'd won. I shook his hand, held it tight, and said, "You'll be hearing from me soon." His smirk faltered. I built my plan like a chess match. First, the boutique. I found her supplier. I bought out his contracts under a new shell company. Overnight, her inventory dried up. Customers left. Creditors called. She begged her son for help. Next, him. I fed quiet rumors about his bar complaint to the right ears. An anonymous packet of evidence pulled straight from his own careless social media landed on the investigator's desk. Within months, his license was suspended pending review. While they scrambled, I made my real move. I approached Liberty Trust, the bank holding most of Dad's assets. Calm, precise. I showed them documentation that my brother had pending liabilities, that his stake in the inheritance would collapse under garnishment. I offered to purchase his claim, pennies on the dollar. Desperation made him agree. He signed, blind with pride and debt. One by one, I took their shares, their inheritance, their lifeline. The confrontation wasn't loud, it wasn't public, it was Thanksgiving. My mother sat at the head of the table, worn but proud. I carved the turkey with steady hands. Halfway through the meal, a knock on the door. My brother, uninvited, desperate. His mother behind him, hollow-eyed. "Give it back," he hissed, in front of everyone. I set the knife down. "Give what back?" "Our share. You ruined us." I leaned forward, voice low, calm. "No, he ruined us. I just finished the work he started. Their faces went pale. They saw it then, not anger, power. They stumbled away from the doorway. No fight left, no victory, just loss. That night, I poured myself a glass of wine and walked into the study. I opened the drawer one last time. The papers were still there, evidence of betrayal. But now they meant nothing. He had thought he could split me, weaken me, replace me. But in the end, I dismantled his secret family piece by piece. I didn't do it for revenge alone. I did it for clarity, for order, for myself. I stared at the photo of him smiling with them, my so-called brother, his mother. Then I slid it back in and locked the drawer. Some secrets don't deserve to survive the grave, and some daughters don't forgive.